Hey, good news. I can see myself in this video. Good news. We must have just been a glitch yesterday. Uh, Thank you for coming to the Truth Serum. Let me get myself presentable to you good folks. We have fun over here. Try to tell a lot of different stories. I interact with the people, and we do it. And help me out if you can. Hit the like button, the share button, hit the notification bell so you know when I'm coming on here, because I don't do planned structured things. I get a story in my mind, and we rock and roll. So thank you, my good people, for supporting my channel, even down to the subscriber. We're stuck on the 918s. We're in the teens. We need to get to this 1,000. So help me out. Hit the subscribe. I'll do my best to entertain you. All right. So help a guy out if you can. And all the other links are in place for the Cash App, the book link that I wrote. I wrote a book. The link is in there. If you want to help a guy out, I don't have tons of money like those other guys do. So, and I am a slurper, so please forgive me. I'm a slurper and a smoker. I'm sorry. Okay. Most terrifying night with Mafia assassin. Okay, let's set the table, my good people. Go get a coffee, a water, a juice, sit back, chill out. I'm going to try to take you on a nice ride the best I can, okay? I was running around with an outfit, a crew of wise guys, upstate Western New York, and I was a runaround guy, and mostly doing uneventful things, giving guys rides. They get drunk. These wise guys get drunk, and that's my duties. They would throw me some money, but this was before the boss Sam had told me, don't give these guys any rides anymore. That's that. So, but this was still going on. But sometimes I didn't listen to him because I could make some easy money. Sometimes when they were in my car, they were hard to deal with because they were half nuts. They had a lot of emotional problems, even though a lot of them were real good looking, smart, intelligent, regular, looking like a corporate person, but they still had some mental issues that we're all vulnerable to, including me. So, let me get situated. The boss would tell me, call up there once in a while, check on things to see if he wanted me to come up to the club. And, there wasn't cell phones back then. You'd have to go to a pay phone and whatever. And so this one time, I call up to the club, and the usual barmaid lady, or could be two different ones, didn't answer. And it was a crew member that said, oh, Jojo, here, come pick me up. Good, I'm glad I got a hold of you, blah, 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 blah. And this was a guy that prior to this, I had some bad encounters with, and it had to get straightened out by my godfather in New York City, who was an enforcer for that family and other families. He was an enforcer, my godfather, and this was the same guy that I wasn't a made man. I wasn't officially part of the crew, which they will call you a made man. So I wasn't an official member of the fraternity, and I had some certain words with him that got me in trouble prior to that. And I actually did it twice. And my godfather in New York had to straighten it out to keep everything, my safety and business as usual, going on. So this is that actor. And so I go up there. I says, let me just go to the club. And so he says, bring me over to this place, and I got to run some errands, blah, blah, blah. And the psychopath that he is, he already, because I always get paid for running these guys around, he already put some money in my hands. I'm thinking, oh, good, this will just be an easy hustle. This will just be nice. He's operating in good faith, even though there were some bad experiences between us prior to that. Well, this is good. This is nice. So we're riding, and I'm noticing that he's telling me, take a right, take a left, go here, go there. And he's riding around, and I know from this road where I had brung him before to this location in the outskirts, kind of industrial type of place. What they own the property, the mob owned this property in this like industrialized but desolate area. And I remember before I gave him a ride over there, he ran in this building, and then he was in there for a while. When he came out, he had blood on his shoes and the lower part of his socks and pants. So I looked over at him when he came out, and he was like, "Oh, what are you looking at?" And he was like, "Get out of here," or whatever. And I was like, uh, you know, geez, I don't know what happened in there, but he, and I'm thinking, I gotta never give this guy a ride anywhere again. Forget the money. So this was the location, and now on this new time, I'm starting to get the feeling that this is where we're heading. And I'm trying to get into his mind. There's alcohol on his breath, and he's already unstable. Add alcohol into the equation, and I'm kind of thinking, should I just be a wimp and just, I can't even drive to the police station because then he's just going to put me under gunpoint. I can't even, I'm stuck in with this guy. And um, so we're riding, and he has to go to the 7-Eleven or a convenience store, and I tell him, oh, I got to make a phone call to my family to say that, well, I can't do something or whatever. And so I make a phone call back to the club, and I say, tell Sam that I'm heading to this place that I believe, and I don't like it. I don't like it. Tell Sam that we're going to this geographical location, which he knows, with a building and everything. And I'm telling her, and she knows. So, and if she said something, he would know, just to put something in the background because I'm stuck with this guy now. So he comes out, get off of that phone, blah, 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 get off of that phone. I said, no, I had to call my sister or somebody, whatever. And he said, come on, let's go. So we're riding. Lo and behold, we end up in this building. He's got like a bag or something. He's got whiskey in there, and then he bought some beer from that convenience store. I'm thinking, well, this ought to be a real nice night. And uh, I'm always looking to look for the holster or something. Sometimes they put it in the back, their gun. They pack a weapon, and I'm just wondering, where's he packing this gun? Sometimes they even had a little shooter on their ankle or something. But I'm wondering where is it? I'm probably gonna see it pretty soon, anyways. So we end up we end up at the building, and now I got to start thinking how to deal with an unstable psychopath, homicidal maniac. And I had a talk with him a while back in the car, and I was giving him therapy. Why am I so crazy? Why am I? And I was trying to give him constructive therapy, and he paid me. He paid me. And because I was telling him, well, I don't want to really tell you the psychological issues of why you do this or that because, it's low self esteem and all this other stuff. And I was telling him kind of like that, but I didn't want to say it. And he was saying, he was forcing me into giving him this psychological analysis on him. And this was the same guy, but everything went fine then. So I'm thinking, I already have a past history with the interworkings of this guy's crazy mind. And that's all I'm thinking when we're going in there. And I was like, oh, you just want to go to a place and hang out and get cocked and everything else. And then you don't say anything. So we get in there and we go into this room. And it was a desk, like it looked like a office room for like trucking company for shipping and receiving and legitimate business. And I'm wondering, where's the room that he was in before when he came out with the blood on his shoes and socks and pants? I don't want to be in that room. Where's the room? So we get in there, and I'm trying to make small talk. Oh, look, something on the wall or something, and he's going, "Shut up, Joey, shut up, blah blah blah," and so I go, where we going? I got things I gotta do, and and he's hollering, "Shut up!" He's drinking the liquor right out of the bottle, and he's losing it. He's losing this. He's losing his mind, and we end up in this room that was just uh, inconsequential room. There was some rugs. There was a calendar. There was a chair. Old radios or something, and there was like a love seat and another like wooden chair. And he says, "Well, hey Joe, start drinking with me." I was like, "I don't drink. Uh, I don't drink whiskey, and I'm a little wimp or whatever." He's going, "Drink with me." So I do one of these little girly sips out of this liquor, and he's hollering and everything. I says, "Now I got to get cocked with this guy." So I start drinking a little bit, and I says, "Well, I'll end up throwing up, and you're not gonna like that either." So he's being a little cool, and now he's telling me, "What do you uh, what do you know about Rick and John and Tony and all this? You're out with them guys, giving them rides. What do they talk? What do they say about me? What does Sam say about me? What about all this and that and all this other stuff?" So I'm going, "Well, nothing, I just don't say much and I just mind my own business." And he's going, "You got to tell me what is going on." I says, there's nothing. Everybody likes you, bro. We're just doing business and everything's good. And so he says, we're leaving. He says, "Get in the car and make a phone call." He wants me to call Sam, the boss. and he wants to do it, and he wants to listen in. He wants to listen in, and he wants me to say, "Oh, what do I think about him to Sam?" And this guy is lit up out of his brain now. He's drooling and everything else. And I'm going, well, this is all right, um, because I believe the girls at the club, the bar, already notified him, and he's putting two and two together, uh, that this JoJo's hemmed up with this maniac. So we go back down there. We call, and it was from a different number that I had never noticed, like the boss's personal number. And I call him up, and he's listening, and he's going, "Jojo, what the hell's going on? Where are you? What are you doing?" And uh, all this stuff, and then he's like, I can't say, "Help me, help me." I said, "Well, no, everything's okay," and um, all this, and he's telling me, because he already prepped me for the call. Well, Sam, what do you think about Johnny and Rick and all of this? And now this guy should already know that the boss is going to pick up on this, and something's really out of work. So I get to fumbling. Sam starts screaming and hollering and hangs up the phone. And he's telling me, "Call back. You screwed that all up. Whoa, whoa, whoa. You think you're cute, blah, 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 all this." So I call back, and there's no answer. So I tell him, "Let's just call it a night. That's it. Get a good night's sleep. Everything will be okay." This bad idea. Nobody's gunning for you. Nobody's narking on you. And he's going, "Well, we're going back." So he brings me back to the spot. Now they knew the FBI was coming into the office where I sold the steel and everything, and and now the ante got up, because now he starts thinking about the FBI and the lady from the FBI that I was friendly with. I never gave her any juice, but he's we get back to this place, and we're in the same room, and he's going nuts. "What did you tell that Fed? What did you tell that Fed? Blah blah blah." I said, "I didn't tell her nothing. I don't do nothing. All I am is an errand boy." "What did you tell? What did she tell you about this?" I says, "Nothing, nothing." I says, "Do you think that Sam would still have me running errands if there was anything like that? Do you think he'd want me around anybody, including him, sitting there having lunch with him?" And he's going, "What did you tell her about me?" I said, "Absolutely nothing. Absolutely nothing." Later on, I heard tapes where this guy was saying, "Let's do this guy. Let's let's bust this JoJo up," out of paranoia, because I heard on a recording that they were like, some of them were like, "No, leave JoJo alone." And then this same actor, this same psycho, was saying, "Nah, nah, nah, nah." He wanted to blow my brains out, which came out afterwards. So we get back over there and to the room, and he's getting lit. I'm thinking, could he get so drunk he'd just pass out? And then maybe I should roll his pockets out of money again. No, I wouldn't do that this night. And so we get back over there, and he's talking more civilized. And he was talking about the mafia and when he got initiated. And then he was throwing all this psychological stuff of probably stress and killing people in the past. And he had some real, he knew, see, he was kind of a psychopath, but he had the awareness to know and analyze himself that he was unstable. And I'm saying, It's all right. You're a smart guy. Maybe just leave and just try to be a regular guy in society. And he's hollering, you don't know anything about the Mafia and Cosa Nostra. You can't just walk. It's not like a factory worker leaves. And I'm going, oh, I'm sorry. Well, I already knew that anyways, but, I'm trying to pump him up emotionally. And he's going, I'm gonna probably do life in prison, or I'm not gonna make it. I says, no, you'll be all right. You'll be all right. I says, listen, I don't say anything about anybody to anybody. Sam told me that I maybe to use better discretion on whether I give you guys rides when you're partying or you're going around town after hours. But I just need the extra money, and maybe it's a bad idea sometimes. But I'm trying to survive too, and I try to play a little violin for him to get a little sympathy. And so we're talking, and whatever. I try to bring up sports. I try to break the tension and say, excuse me, what about the Yankees? Oh, did you see that game last week? Yeah, that game he lost $4,000 on. I shouldn't have brung that game up. I should. Yeah, I got beat by a half a point for 4. I was like, oh, that was a bad game to bring up. So I'm trying to just give mild talk and everything, and I'm facing uh, uh, the door was still cracked, and I could see a window reflection from another window, which were lights. And I'm thinking, this is good. Sam got somebody come out here and get me out of this jam. And um, so I'm still talking, and um, I want to keep him engaged so whoever the hell could get in here could get me out of there. So we're going on and on and on. And I thought there was a steel door behind us that I just thought was a dead door or something, just a door. And we're talking, and I'm thinking my rescuers are going to come from here. And all of a sudden, boom, and the guy comes right through, already drawn, comes right through the door, already drawn. What are you doing with JoJo over here? Sam's going crazy. Oh my gosh, he's going. Oh no, we're just hanging out, having fun, and we're getting drunk and we're drinking. And this other guy's like, yeah, okay. So he's already drawn. So he goes over and he disarms the other guy, gets his gun off of him. I'm thinking, what gives? So he says, I'm gonna drive this guy. Sam wants you to meet him tomorrow at noon at the club. And I want to hug him. I want to hug him. My savior, my rescuer. I want to hug him. And this guy knew that his mortality sooner or later was he knew that he was on shaky ground, whether he was going to survive or not. And I don't know what happened to these people after the fact. When everything crumbled and everything, I went away. I heard stories later on that could have just been hearsay or fact or anything. When I was gone, I would see people at the racetrack and things, and they'd come up and say, "What about this?" But I don't know. I don't know. I'm not in the know. I'm not in the know. I deliver bread and milk. I don't know anything. So I got out of there, and I couldn't sleep, and I just I even felt like, even though that was secure, I still even felt like I was in jeopardy. I didn't even feel safe because it's traumatic, and it just doesn't. It's just not like, well, get a good night's sleep and you'll be fine and dandy. Is this stress, mental stress, and fear? It resonates in you, and and I went back and So I wasn't aggressive with the boss. He was just reassuring me everything's okay. This guy it won't be coming around the club anymore or anywhere, and I'm not going to ask any questions anyways. And um, they uh, and a couple times um, afterwards. So, but there was a point where Sam said, "Don't." The boss said, "Don't give anybody rides anymore." But sometimes I broke it because I felt safe with a couple other crazies, but I still felt safe, and it was an easy $100 bill or $200 bill, and I had a lot of fun with some of these guys. It wasn't just all stress and I had fun gambling with these guys and hanging out. I had fun. A lot of them had a good sense of humor, and so I give this guy a ride. Uh, he had told me prior, pick me up at this place on this time, and I'll hook you up, Jojo. So I pick him up. He's lit up. Some of these guys did cocaine too. They did cocaine. Throw cocaine into the equation. And we're riding out of the city thing. We're going, I says, oh, we're not going there. The same place where that event happened. And he was laughing, and he was laughing though in good light. I says, hey, I got a good sense of humor, but that was pretty traumatic over there. He goes, yeah, I'm gonna sit you down and torture you in that room over there. I was like, I don't find that funny, sir. I don't find that funny. So he was cool, and he says, Joe, I know you're a straight up guy. I know that lady visits the office from the Fed and all that. He says, I'm with you, because later on in the tapes or and stuff, he was the guy that said, "No, JoJo's a straight arrow. JoJo's cool." He was a man of his word, but he thought he was gonna be funny, and he brung me because I know when I make this turn, it's like the city or Twilight Zone area where that industrial place was. And I said, nah, hey man. I go, what are you doing? He goes, no, do a U-turn, get out of here. I said, well, all right. Well, for that stress, that's another 50, Tony. All right. Throw it in, add it on the bill. So that's a wild story. And later on afterwards, it was business as usual. And then um came a point where I absolutely could not give anybody a ride anymore. I had broke the rules prior to that, but then it was really where maybe Sam the boss knew something ahead of time or whatever. We were close like family, but they killed their own family too. So I abided to those rules, and I was just thinking money, 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 and it was blurring my common sense and logic just to try to make a couple extra dollars. But I listened to the old man, and I said, "No, don't worry about it. You don't have to worry about anything." And I'm going, "Why? Did somebody say?" He's going, "No, no, no. Just don't give anybody a ride." Why did somebody say I'm going to tear that Joe apart? I mean, he's just saying, "No, no, no. Just don't give anybody a ride." I says, well, "I'm going to listen to you, sir." And he was being extra generous with money also. So that's that, my folks, my good people. Who do we got in here with me? We got the captain, Joe Ruffino. He says, go ahead and slurp and smoke. It sounds like a dirty movie. Mr. Ruffino. Joel Gold. Hillbilly is in the house. Howdy, Joe. Top of the day. Top of the day to you, Joel. Michael Mormille. Hey, how you doing, pal? Wyatt Earp in here. Crazy is my middle name. Philly Bob's in the house. G. Sekarayasin. Hey, how you been, my man? James McCarthy. How you doing, pal? Good to see you again. So, you guys that listen to that story, Was that entertaining? Was that an entertaining story? I tried my best. Was that good, folks? You know I'm a grassroots guy. Hey, Midnight Toker. I'm a joker. I'm a smoker. I'm a midnight toker. Playing my music in the sun. Midnight Toker's in the house. G. Zechariahson. He said, hey, great story. All right. Philly Bob, thank you, folks. Thank you, man. I'm not a big channel. I don't have bells and whistles and editing and all that. I like to rock and roll. I'm 60 years old. I was around with rock and roll was rock and roll. I was loving the grunge era. I don't even know what kind of music they have out these days. So that's that. 55, the Toker knows. The Toker knows. And the follow-up story, my good people. I got another sidebar story from the one, my first day moving into the gang-infested area. Buy Stocks is in here. Thank you. Good story. Good people. I got another sidebar story. I'm Midnight Toker of when I moved into an area where it was all gang infested, and I was moving a lot of marijuana in there. I was moving a lot of marijuana, and the gangs didn't like it. The Jamaicans didn't like it, and I had to navigate my way out of that. And that's a good story. Uh, um, but I got a sidebar about the Jamaicans after that, which might be a good story. So the Midnight Toker's 55, Zechariah since 58. That's my demographic. So buy stocks, thank you. Yeah, yesterday, my video, buy stocks, the 60 Club. The 60 is the new 40. Okay. The 60 is the new 40. But yesterday when I was doing the video, I couldn't see myself. Right now, I could see myself. But yesterday, I did it to a blank screen. And today, it's working. I could see myself. I could still see the comments. And some of you folks helped me and said, yeah, we can see you, Joe. But I just couldn't see myself on the computer. So that is that. I'm stuck at 917 subscribers. So come on, folks, help me out. I thought this getting to 1,000 would be a lot faster. But I'm in here doing all these videos, and I'm not giving up. I'm not giving up. James McCarthy says, tell my body that. I know. I mean, I was an athlete. I got in car accidents, and you start feeling, what's this? Oh, that's from 1992 when that happened, when you were doing a crossing route across the middle, and that linebacker flattened you out, JoJo. Oh, is that what that injury's from? Oh, geez, what about my shoulder? Oh, that's when you were running a fly pattern, and that safety came over and left you unconscious on the field. Joe Gold, you're centered and looking good. Oh, thank you, buddy. Good story. Can relate. Just reading Gambling Ring Busted on Grant, 2 buildings from the OTB back in the day. Buy stocks. You're around the Grant Street. What about all them crazies running around Grant Street in the buildings? Wow. That troubleshooter reporter, Mr. Farina, from the local news, he used to go in there and gamble. Gambling ring busted. How could they bust a gambling ring when the government is promoting gambling? Oh, yeah. Buy stocks knows. John Otto, okay. I knew Bill Otto. I knew Big Bill Otto. So there you have it, folks. uh, the story, the names have been changed to protect the innocent. So I have fun here with my friends. Anybody that is new, support the channel, hit the like button, hit the share, hit the notification bell because you guys will know that I'm coming on. So hit that notification bell. Share, like, subscribe, donate. I got to get it in, folks. I got to get it in. Nah, I don't remember a Joe Monday, but a Joe Wednesday I do. Nah, I'm a little immature. Um, no, I had a brain injury also, and I'm gonna do a video about when I was on life support. Oh, old guy still. Oh, I think I know who you're talking about. He, uh, he hung around the old Italian guy, big bookmaker, uh, that wore the cap like Mickey Rooney. He ran around like Mickey Rooney, and he used to say, like, what do you know? What do you hate? He used to call me babyface. Like Michael Murray says, what do you hear? What do you say? What do you know? He used to say that all the time, and he used to go, hey, what do you know, babyface? I can't think of his name, but and his son was a real good guy, classy guy, very classy guy. They were involved in some serious stuff. Can't think of his name. His son, good looking younger guy, stable guy and everything, but they were into some big money. Big money. He was short, he always wore a suit, and he wore the Mickey Rooney cap, and always nice. But them OTBs was like an insane asylum. Hustlers everywhere. Big Black Mike used to take a water bottle, one of those rubber water bottles, and blow it up this big. I'd say, Mike, here's $5. Blow that water bottle up. He ended up, well, enough said. Enough said. What the heck? So I'm glad you guys enjoyed this story. I'm going to do a follow-up story about the video I did yesterday with the Jamaicans and a guy that I thought was my friend. Yeah. Yeah, they always had everything. The Italians had money, and you had all the hustlers coming in there, and they would buy like the razors and razor blades or certain things that they would have to use anyways, so they could get a good deal. Everybody was happy. I'm going to do a follow-up about the Jamaicans, that area, up on the west side, and fast forward fast forward years later, and the Jamaicans that were operating out of an OTB with a big drug ring, and what happened up there. So I'm going to have to put that in my notes so I remember, and what happened up in that other OTB where the people knew, the workers knew what was going on, and they were getting a piece of the proceeds. They're getting a piece of the action. For you guys that know that vernacular, for others that don't know, they were getting part of the proceeds from those ill-gotten actions. So, all right. Thank you, Buy Stocks, for giving me some content here. Thank you, Joel Gold. Thank you, James McCarthy. Thank you for that donation from before, Mr. McCarthy. I don't forget. I only got 3 donations, so I don't forget who they are. Okay. Michael Murray, thank you, sir. The Midnight Toker, good to have you in here. Good to have you in here, new people. I'm just a regular guy. I like telling stories, and we're going to rise my channel up if we can, God willing. Mike Mormeal, thank you, sir. I appreciate it. It's a nice hobby of mine, and I like to socialize with the good people that are friendly. Hey, that's life. That's life. I'm not a tough guy that wants to say, yeah, I told a lot of Mafia stories. Uh, what's up, my son? Well, catch up on that video, Mr. Candinas. Yeah. John Bloodwater. All right. Oh, Bloodwater, keep on rolling, Mississippi moon, won't you keep on rolling? Oh, no, that's Old Blackwater. Old Blackwater, keep on rolling, Mississippi moon, won't you keep on? Oh, Bloodwater. How you doing, Mr. John Bloodwater? All right. Michael Candinas, boom. I'm a friendly guy. I like to socialize. That's all. At least me, you could talk for free. Yep. Tara, where'd you come from, Tara? I love you, Tara. I love you. I love that name too. You know, I'm crazy with words and names. I love that. At least here, you don't have to pay Patreon to talk. Like, we're live, and if you have a question about a story in real time, we could talk. You don't have to pay. I'd appreciate a little support here or there, but I don't force you to go tune into a Patreon channel and say, oh, well, if you want to hear this, you want to hear that. No, I believe in the universe. I believe in the universe and the angels. I believe in something bigger than that. So if it happens, it happens. Yeah. Oh, you were watching first, but though you had, yeah. My video was going through, but I just like to see myself. Not that I'm whatever, but I like to see myself, you know. I like to see. Check out my other videos, Midnight Toker. I try to entertain. I've done this with no resources but a light, a crooked light back there, and you know, I don't have the money that these old gangsters have buried away. They got producers, editors, and all that, but I'm good enough to build up what I got. And that's why I say you guys can build up whatever you got. You might be rowing upstream, but you'll get there. You know, I'm not getting in a car to speed 10 miles away, and that's fast. I'm gonna hike the 10 miles the hard way, and I'm gonna have fun with the people, and I'm gonna get to my goals. So we just want instant gratification. I want to get to 1,000 subs today, but I know it ain't gonna happen. We're sometimes our psychology, we think I want what I want now. Tool, I want what I want for your Tool fans. I want what I want now. But that'll get you off focus. You got to keep fighting. You know, like when Roberto Duran was getting smashed around by that Barkley. Duran was getting smashed around for 15 rounds. They're thinking, when they going to throw the towel in? Marta Fowler, Fort Lauderdale says hello. I'd like to try to relocate down to that area, Marta Fowler. So if you got a spare room somewhere, could you put an old man in? So and so Roberto Duran got beat up every round, and then he got a punch in, and Barkley went down. So you can't give up. That's a metaphor, but we got to keep fighting because I try to add some psychological stuff in here. Thank you, Marta Fowler, for coming in here. If you're not subscribed, I'm trying to get to 1,000. Can you help me out and hit the subscribe button, please? And there's a link to the book I wrote. I'm a good author. It's time to sell. It's time to try to sell. And listen, and believe me, I'm a great author. I have to be confident because we're the children of angels. Okay. So yeah, Hands of Stone. The Toker knows. Toker been around. We've seen the same sports things over the years. And the women, I look at the analytics for the demographics, but the women are starting to show up at a higher percentage because women like good stories too. Yeah, women like good stories. Everybody likes good stories. So forgive me, Marta. I smoke. I slurp coffee. That's my niche. This little unedited studio, it's what I use. and I'll get there. It's not a big high. I don't. I don't have a introduction. Here's my introduction, Marta. It's my phone, and what? See, you know what I mean? I don't have. See how what I mean about technical stuff here? That's my introduction, but it works. It works. It's good enough for me. I'm the best talk show host on planet Earth, not because I'm pompous or egotistic. It's because we're from royalty. Our genetics and our DNA tell us that, but we're raised and conformed into thinking you're nothing, and there's mental health problems, but literally believe that we are from royal DNA, and the world will catch up. You know how I roll here. So from birth, we've been brainwashed, conformed, either environmentally, nature, nurture, politically, to believe that you're this and this is all you're capable of. No, and I did the thing about manifesting reality and all that, whatever. But get out of your conformed mind and start opening up new thoughts and concepts so you could get to where you're going in your job, in your mental health, in your relationships. I should be charging you guys for this stuff. I'm going to have to start getting some donations, man. And I am the best therapist. I used to charge $100 an hour. I used to charge $100 an hour. Now I just accept your friendship. And please hit the like button if you can. Help an old man out. I told myself I will never beg on these videos. I'll never beg. It took me over 400 videos to say, oh, I wrote a book or I put a Cash App on there. It took me a long time. I'm not greedy like Mike Francis and Sammy the Bull Gravano. They'll sell you their socks and underwear. I'm not greedy like that. And they got millions. I got bills I need to pay. Okay. Just hit the like button and subscribe if that's what you want to do to support me. That's all. That's all. I know what my worth is, though. I know what my worth is. And I'm going to get there someday. And I'm not going to be discouraged. I'm going to get there. I'm going to get there because I'm confident. And I got good people over here helping me out. So, blah, 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 blah. So, thank you, folks. The Midnight Toker, thank you for coming in here. We got Mickey Griggs. My key bridge fell down. Marta Fowler, Wyatt Earp. Yeah. We gotta have 12 DNAs that turn off one side of the brain and don't work. I can't find a way to turn them on. Yeah. John Bloodwater, he knows about the chemistry of your genetics and DNA and the power of your brain. Yeah. I had a brain injury, and as you might be aware of, and I went through all that. Joe Garcia, hey, how you doing, buddy? I'm going to do another video down the road of when I was in a coma on life support and everything else. Yeah, we'll get to the horse racing, Joel. Yeah. There's some mafia stories when we were at the racetrack also with these degenerate gamblers. Oh, thank you, Midnight Toker. Check out the other stuff. Some of it might be true. Some of it might be false. All right. Jimbo Slice, there's my man. Hey, Cugini. That was a good story I just told Jimbo, so you'll check it out. James McCarthy. James McCarthy, yeah, this obsession with celebrities. You're right. Dr. Joe, #1 talk show. I'll get there, folks. I'm confident. If I'm right or wrong, at least I have to maintain being confident. See, you set goals and dreams and stuff. Well, that's unattainable. Oh, this and that. No, be confident in it. It's good mental health. It's good for your digestion. It's good for your mental health and physical health. It's a win-win. You got to change the matrix of your thinking and your vibe. You got to change the equation. They're being programmed robots in a straitjacket. No, I'm a carefree guy. I'm a fun-loving guy. I rock and roll. I rock and roll. Mm. Don't forget us small guys when you hit the big time. Nah, if I had enough money, I'd have a big banquet. If I was very wealthy, I'd invite all you guys to come and feed you and drink you and do it whatever. I'm that kind of guy. I don't have the resources for it. You're worried about me making the big time to help you guys out. Well, you're gonna have to throw something my way too. Uh, Mickey Griggs, if we don't believe in ourselves, no one else will. Right. I don't think people through nature nurture from birth till they die. They don't believe the power that us being a human and what our origins are from. And that's why um, in spirituality, that's why the scrolls, the lost scrolls, were like, what were the sayings from Jesus? I mean, you got the Bible, Christian, Christ, Jesus Christ. Well, wouldn't I want to hear the book of Jesus, the Dead Sea Scrolls? Wouldn't I want to hear it from the horse's mouth? Well, of course, that was all edited by the Roman Empire and the Pope and Constantine in what, the year 400 AD? No. So they want to keep you to have a slave mind thinking. I never was. I never bought into it. No. Mm-mm. That's why I say at the end of my videos, be the kings and queens. That's just not some good thing to say. Be it. You're from royal DNA, from a spiritual genes. Jesus knew. And all the other philosophers and spiritual leaders and religious leaders knew. They didn't want to tell the people because the people would empower themselves with knowledge and then overthrow. That's why the Roman Empire went and squashed out every place all over the world to force feed their religion down people's throats. I should be getting paid for this stuff, folks. But I have fun. You hanging out with me is good compensation. Okay? So, John A. Light, I know you're not going to watch this. I got a concept, $1 billion concept. Contact me. John A. Light, Gene Barillo. Contact me. I got a concept that nobody's thought about thus far. Just want to throw that in. And thank you, John, for giving me a call out, a shout out on your channel. That was a good faith. You didn't have to do it. And thank you there. So contact me somehow. I don't know. Send smoke signals. Go to Facebook. Go in my comments. Whatever you can do. So I think we've covered a lot of stuff today, folks. When smoke gets in your eyes. Thank you, Mickey Griggs. Good people come in. And I'll tell you one thing, though. Analytically speaking, for views, the ratio for views, the ratio of views to likes is higher than the channels that have millions of subscribers. So I have a top 1% percentile in the top of the ratio between views and likes. Thank you, folks, because we're number one there. Tara, you have a great day. We're number one there. And it's nice to be liked. I get some validation. So thank you there because we're number one in that ratio. of views, likes to views. We're number one there. Thank you, Mickey Griggs. Did that little speech work? No, I'm sorry. Thank you. So we're number one. I'm number one in something. It's a start. It's a start. So I have fun. You guys are good psychology for me because there's a lot of stuff that happened. I lost a good buddy of mine. This is psychology for me. Everybody needs support. Everybody needs support. We need to laugh. We need to expand our minds. Get the most out of life. What would your life look like? What's your ideal life before you die? What would you do? What what is your ideal life that you are living? Do you already live in it? Are you living the best life? Or what does that best life look like? Can you get there? Do you even think about it? That's where I come in. I tell you, you're the kings and queens. That's all. I got new people coming in here. It excites me. I'm not some tough guy. Oh, I tell you about these mafia stories and all that. My mother raised us 5 children to demonstrate love and compassion for the underdog, for the underdogs, and stay steadfast in it. That's how I was. So I wasn't brung up to be some tough guy running around, you know. I'm the only guy on all the channels, and they're all $1 million channels, and you got to pay to talk to them. And I don't charge. Yeah. You know, I mean, I got to do some promotion. I don't want to try acting like a beggar, but come, you know what I mean. I'm the only guy that interacts. I could tell a story, and then somebody could say, "Oh, what about this? What about that?" Well, no, Billy. Go to my Patreon. It's going to cost you $50 for me to answer that question. Really? That's bush league. The way I look at it. You guys are already giving me something by your viewership, and you're subscribing and you're hitting the like button. Of course, I'd like more support financially, but if I don't get it, I don't get it. That's all. My channel is the true serum because I don't buy into bull crap and hypnotizing stuff around us. I don't buy into it. I don't buy into it. I want to wake people up, empower them to have a better life because I was dead and I came back and I got to do something with good intentions. With good intentions. Oh, telling mob stories and all that. Well, you're glorifying violence, but so you better put some good faith into your videos, Joe. You better throw something. Use all your knowledge and wisdom for something beneficial to the viewers that come in here. So, and whoever I get, I get. If it's not a mob story, well, I'm sorry. I got other people that'll come in here. I want to keep everybody happy. And we're getting there, my good people. We're getting there. I'm stuck on this 917 subscribers. I told myself I wasn't going to look at the ticker for 5 days, but it's just like curiosity. So, all right. Jimbo Slice, Jimbo Slice, thank you. John Bloodwater, Mickey Griggs. I had fun today. Tara, you have a great day. Mickey Griggs, Tara. The Midnight Toker, go have a toke. James McCarthy, thank you, sir. And thank you for your support, Mr. McCarthy. If you donate to my channel, I'll address you as Mr. or Mrs. All right. Midnight Toker, Joel Gold, all right. Joe Garcia, all right. Good man. Marta Fowler, Fort Lauderdale. I'm waiting for an invite. Michael Candinas, my good man, always come in here. Yeah. Wyatt Earp, salute to the farmers. Buy stocks, old West Side guy. God bless you all. G. Sekariason. Boom, boom, boom. Thank you, folks. Michael Murray, what do you say? What do you got? I'm a joker. I'm a toker. I'm a midnight bloker. A bloker. Oh, I got support from Australia viewers or England. We're international. I hope Joel Rufino, my captain, thank you, sir. Thank you. So I hope I didn't miss anybody. I love you all. I want you guys to have good lives. I want you to rise up. I'm a spiritual person at the end of the day. I want to go when I leave this realm. I want to go into the other realms and and get my invite. So Tara, James, you did it again, man. I thank you, thank you for that $10, man. James, I was trying to get some other people to try to donate. Pack of Senecas. James, I'm running low. Thank you, James McCarthy, for your donation. I gotta quit these smokes, Mr. McCarthy. I'm gonna try to quit. So, thank you guys. I'm gonna keep trying to do these videos, and we're just gonna see where it goes. Big J Biz, you're late. Docking your pay an hour today. Excuse me. So let's have fun together and let's rise up. It's cheaper than my cycle. I'd like to just talk to you on the phone, bro. I'm accessible. Oh yeah, they're $20 a pack in the casinos and everything. So you're at 919. I see. Come on, 1K. We are getting. Oh, I'm at 919. I got two. I got two more subscribers since I last looked, which was before I started this video. Geez. Oh well, yeah, they got 388. They're 18. They're $20 a pack for Marlboros here. Holy macaroni. Jeez. Big J Biz, man. Good name. Good name. 388. Where is it? Yeah. I haven't smoked a lot today, though, because I'm 60 years old. I want to try to live a little longer, So, thank you, Mr. McCarthy, for helping me out. Man, that stuff makes me wishy-washy because that's love and compassion, and you guys don't have to, but that's good. That's good. And it gives me confidence that, I'm trying to 450 videos in 2 years. So thank you, folks. Stay great. Be great. Be the kings and queens. The world wants your blood. It's a vampire. Okay. So we got to take things. Let's unite together. My community. Let's unite together and be the enlightened ones. And words are powerful. Words are very powerful. So I'm going to try to do my best for you guys to keep going. And where it leads to, well, we'll see. So thank you. Stay safe, folks. If you need somebody to talk to, find somebody and get it together. And there's a bright future down the road. All right. There's a bright future. I've beat all the odds a lot of times. I'm in the New England Journal of Medicine on some things where I'm not even supposed to be cognitive. So we just think from physical conformity and not what is possible with our spiritual aspect and what is actually in our DNA. Okay. Thank you, folks. I'm gonna do the story about the Jamaicans tomorrow or the next day, and I'm gonna keep throwing. I'm gonna keep throwing, and we're gonna get there. You don't hear much about Jamaicans, but I'm telling you, Jamaicans are good Rastas, but there's also some dangerous. There's good and bad in everybody. So, thank you. God bless y'all.